Hello YouTube. I know it's been a while since I've done anything like this. It's mainly been Tekken highlights and other so on random stuff. But, courtesy of Nick the Dick Lick MouthPuncher, I am now making a list, a top 20 list of my favorite fictional characters of all time. Now, in the past when I've done videos, I've gone and done them scripted and all this and that, but this is just unscripted. I'm just gonna go and make my justifications as I list them off, so on, so forth, blah blah. Hi, Tim from Editing here. I just noticed that when I was recording this video, the left side of my screen's cut off a little bit, so you can't really see the numbers. But I am entirely too lazy to go and re-record an over 30-minute video, so just sort of deal with it. I will. Thanks. Bye-bye. And now, that all that being said, without any further ado, let's start off with number 20. Also, if you want to try and, I guess, who's going to be on where, what, why, you know, feel free. Say it in the comments, or don't. I don't really care. But alright, number 20. Alright. Dragunov. Now, this might be a surprise to some of you, and I know it's probably Mouth as well, that he's so low, because I'm pretty sure people were expecting him to go and be a bit higher, maybe even top 5 for me. But here's the thing, alright? He's cool, he's fun to play, and I enjoy playing him, and I'm glad I got as good as I have with him, and I wouldn't trade any of that, despite the fact that, you know, he has some really just annoying flaws to go and deal with in the game. But here's the thing. I don't know a goddamn thing about him. I don't know his lore. He's Russian. He serves some sort of the what is it? Not the KGB. The other one. Like like who cares? Right? Like there's no real lore behind him. The main like the reason why he's even on the list is because of how much time I put into learning and playing him, and it's more about just his moveset in general and everything. But like him as a character, like I don't even know his voice. Motherfucker just hisses at you. So, whatever. Alright? I don't care. But anyways, he's at number 19. Or number 20. Sorry. As for number 19, Luigi! He's just... As far as Mario characters, like actual, like Super Mario characters, not Nintendo characters, he's probably my favorite, which might also give you a bit of a hint as to the rest of this list. But regardless, I love Luigi. I play him in all the Mario Kart games. I play him in all the Mario Party games. Even in the newer Mario Party that I was literally playing last night at my friend's house, I was playing as Luigi. He ain't even got a good dice. I just always play Luigi. And when he got his first own game in Luigi's Mansion, mwah, beautiful. I loved it. Couldn't be happier for my mans. He's just a good dude, and he ain't Mario. Like Mario is fearless and almost like the Superman of the Mario universe. If that makes any sense, just like perfect in every single way. And Luigi isn't. He's a scared little bitch, but he overcomes those fears for the people he loved, and I respect that. Shout outs to my man Luigi. Whoops. Ignore that. No one saw that. Number 17. Ganondorf. Or Ganon. And honestly, any iteration of Ganon, they're all the same to me. I know they're different lore-wise and all this and that. But, okay, here's the thing, right? He's probably my favorite, villain in the whole, probably Nintendo universe, honestly. He's just a badass. He's evil, he's conniving, he's incredibly smart, incredibly powerful, and just a real badass, and honestly just a perfect villain for you to fight when you're Link. I mean, what more can I say? Ganondorf is cool. He's fun to play in Melee. 17. Zeratul. I'm gonna be real with Zeratul. There's probably a lot of nostalgia in that one. Like, he was my favorite character when I was playing StarCraft 1 back in the day. And honestly, I didn't even fully understand the story to StarCraft 1 when I first played it, you know, when I was 7 years old or however old I was. I just thought he was badass as fuck, dude. Just going in and out of shadows and doing all kinds of like Dark Templars were some of my favorite units, and then Zeratol was just, I mean, he was just gangster as fuck, dude. And even in the newer game, in StarCraft 2, he's just gangster as fuck. This is fuck what my people think. I'm gonna go and do what I want. I'm gonna do what's best for them, no matter what. You know? Gotta respect shit like that. Alright, 16. Master Motherfucking Chief. Halo, Master Chief, what more can you say? Man's a Spartan. Spartans are cool. Like, let's be real, they're just fucking cool. He's like 7 feet tall, can jump over a fucking moon if he wanted to, honestly. And just takes on the Covenant basically by himself. And does it in such a, I wouldn't say stoic fashion, more of a just, yeah, I did that type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, he just exudes that energy of, I'm gonna go and destroy an entire Covenant fleet, and I'm gonna say 3 words about it. You know? And that to me has always been cooler than just being completely silent. Like, you know, other people, like, they'll just do, like, crazy shit. Like, Doom Guy destroys all of hell, never says a word. Like, give me 2 words, you know? Whatever. Alright. Number 15. Now, if you don't know what TFS stands for, that means Team 4-Star. The reason why I put Team 4-Star Cell on there, and not regular Cell or any other Dragon Ball Z villain or character for that matter. No spoilers. Like, Team 4-Star Cell was the perfect character. He had the most personality. He was just insanely well written. Like, crazy. I cannot believe how well written he was. Like, I don't even know how to properly explain it. He was just so well written, and it was great anytime he was saying anything. And the voice actor they got for that, no idea who he is. I'll probably research it and throw his name in there somewhere. Incredible, amazing job, perfect voice, better voice. Team 4-Star did this a lot too, but they would often get better voices for their characters than like the official English dub, than Funimation's dub. I mean, Frieza also had an incredible voice and everything, and that was done, like, the Frieza saga was done, or the Namek saga was done, I don't know, in like the mid to late 2000s or something like that, like 2008 to 2012 or something like that, and they just did so well. And Team 4-Star, so like, all stages of him, by the way, from Form 1, whatever that one's called, Imperfect Cell, Perfect Cell, just all of it incredible. And Perfect Cell gave, like, some of my favorite moments in all of any Dragon Ball stuff, honestly. Not even limited it to Team 4-Star. Alright, next up, number 14. Mugen from Samurai Champloo. What's there to really say? Samurais are cool. Breakdancing samurais that have an attitude problem, voiced by the dude who voices Spike from Cowboy Bebop. I mean, what more could you want, honestly? he's just so cool. He's so cool. Shady past, just hates another dude for, like, quite literally 0 reason other than he exists. I mean, just great character, simple-minded. Learn how to read and write, sort of, but not really. But I mean, also, that's just one of my favorite animes of all time, so of course someone from there is going to be on that. Next up, Bender. Look, I'm not gonna say Bender made Futurama, but Bender made me like Futurama, you know? Like, there's a lot of great character dynamics and a lot of great jokes and a lot of reasons to love Futurama. But I mean, Bender is just amazing. Because of Bender, I know how to spell Chihuahua. Chihuahua. Ah, I love it. Love it. Love it. Of all the main characters in Futurama, he's probably my favorite. I mean, and if anyone knows anything about me, Zap Brannigan's obviously my favorite character, but not I don't like him enough to go and make Zap Brannigan somewhere on the top 20, but Bender, definitely. Alright, next up. Joseph Justa. Yeah, I got into JoJo's pretty fucking late. Shout outs to Shay for watching, like, the rest of part 2 and all of part 3 and 4 with me, or whatever it is that, like, I watched up until a certain point, and then Shay's just like, hey, yo, don't watch anymore. We're watching the rest of this when you come to Michigan. And oh my god, did we. It was like 12 hours of just JoJo's. And honestly, I wouldn't have traded for the world, because that was just incredible. Absolutely amazing. Just great character, smug, arrogant, ignoring the weird shit with his mom. But, I mean, what more do I have to say except for Nigarundayo? Number 11. Yoko from Gurren Lagann. She's just a badass. She's like one of my favorite female characters of anything, honestly. Cause she's just so cool. She's just a badass. She's like very concerned with just her people and trying to do the best that she can, and like, oh god, it's just very stoic in a way that's not obnoxious, if that makes any sense. Like, I feel like a lot of female characters get poorly written, and then if you don't like them, it's just described as you being sexist. But like, female characters can be well written, and they've shown it time and time again. And Yoko, I feel like, is one of the best female characters written in any medium. Like, she's just a badass, and like certifiably so. Just a massive sniper shooting, you know, mechs that are, I don't know how fucking tall they are. We'll say 5 stories. Why not? I mean, just the introduction of her, she literally shoots a mech through the ground. Through the ground! And it's just sliding in to go and shoot it some more. Going down, I don't know how many hundreds of feet they were in the ground. Like just a real badass, alright? You know? Like, truly. And then, number 10, hitting the top 10 now. Sticking with the Gurren Lagann theme, we got Kamina. I mean, believe in the me that believes in you. What more can I say? Like, even if he was... okay, spoiler alerts for Gurren Lagann. If you haven't watched it, which I don't know why you haven't, and it came out, what, in like 2008 or something, so like, is this really even a spoiler? Who cares? If you haven't watched it by now, and you don't want it spoiled, then, you know, piss off. But if you don't care about the spoilers to an anime from 2008 that you really should have already watched by now, if you're a fan of any kind of animes ever, yeah, even though Kamina dies like 8-9 episodes into the, I think there's like 28 episodes to Gurren Lagann, something like that. Even though he dies like 7-8 episodes in, like, his impact is immeasurable. He was the one who started everything in that entire series. It was just a man with a dream. Even the first like moment you meet him, you're just like, I would follow you to hell and back. You know, like, he just exuded that kind of energy, and he brought the best out of everyone around him, and like a true leader, and just really, God, such a cool character, such a cool character. Oh, I loved him. All right, 9 spots left. There's gonna be I'll just say this. I have a big bias towards villains. I think heroes are cool and everything. But the next, like, I don't know, 5 spots are going to be basically all villains, because heroes are cool, but they're only as cool as their villains build them up, I feel. If that makes any sense. Like, in order for a hero to truly be good, they need a villain that's truly... that's able to go and match them in some way, shape, or form. And so, with that being said, number 9, Akuma. I mean, of all the fighting game baddies and all this and that, like, who's I don't even want to say iconic. Who's just more recognizable? Would that be the same as iconic? I don't think so. But who's more recognizable than Akuma? A Die 1,000 Deaths, the Dark Hodo, he corrupted Ryu or whatever the fuck it is that he did. I don't even fully know. But he's just badass. Tekken 7 kind of makes him look stupid. I'm not gonna lie there. He kind of looks really fucking ugly. But like in like Third Strike or like the other ones that are more sprite based, you know, with lesser graphics and everything, he just looks badass. He's intimidating, and oh my god, the purple Hadoukens, I loved that shit when I was growing up, and I still love it now. Look, I like blue energy beams, I like the Kamehameha, you know, special beam cannon and all this and that, but purple energy beams just hit different, bro. Alright, I will stick by that. Number 8, Revan. For those of you who don't already know, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Always have been, always will be. Even if the new movies sit there and try to destroy everything that I love about Star Wars, I still love Star Wars, alright? And, I mean, Revan is just a fucking badass. Okay? A villain, hero, however it is you want to go and decide who they were, because, you know, I think the official canon for Knights of the Old Republic was that Revan was a guy, but I mean, I still think it's best if it's left up to debate as to whether Revan was male or female, because to me that's just cooler. Like, this super powerful Jedi, you know, but like the mystery of Shrouded, like that they just know their deeds, not even what gender it is that they are. Like, that's cool. The whole story, Knights of the Old Republic, just great game, and then the whole story behind it and all the lore behind Revan, just so fucking cool. Oh, I love Revan. But alright. And then next up, Darth Maul. Look, Darth Maul is a fucking badass. Alright, sure, Grievous was a badass, but I mean, he's only ever really been depicted as a badass like 3 times. Darth Maul was always a badass. Always an evil, conniving, secretive, like manipulative motherfucker. And I loved every second of it. You know, like the episode 1 sort of did him dirty, but they brought him back for the Clone Wars, and I'm so glad that they did, because his story was so good in Clone Wars. Oh my god. This dude got cut in half and was so angry. He was so pissed off about it that he stayed alive. He went insane because of his anger and being cut in half and left on some fucking garbage planet. Literally a planet to collect garbage. And he stayed alive during all of that and gets these weird ass spider legs and just... oh my god, he's so cool. So cool. Oh. Love Darth Maul. Next up, Arthas. If you don't know the story about Arthas, like the Lich King, oh man, it's so tragic. There's so much backstory behind it, and it's all just so good. He's such a well-written character, and I mean, as proof of that, World of Warcraft has not had a villain anywhere near as good as Arthas since he got killed off in Wrath of the Lich King. And like, I don't know anyone who could really go and refute that. They've had some good villains, don't get me wrong. You know, Gomash was good. Sylvanas is whatever the fuck she's doing. I don't really care. But people seem to say that she's good as a villain or some shit. So, like, if they're saying that and they have, you know, more knowledge on it, then I'll defer to them on that. But I don't think anyone can deny. Arthas was the best written villain, best written character, with the greatest, with just the most interesting and captivating story. Starting off as, what was he, a paladin, and then just doing anything and everything to protect his people, to the point where like he just starts murdering people who were infected with shit that would turn them into undead, and doing he destroyed the Sunwell. He destroyed the Sunwell. Oh my god, and he becomes the Lich King. He killed his dad to become the king of Lordaeron. Like he just an incredible character. I love it. And also, they're like bringing him back, or I don't know what they're doing with the new WoW expansion, but I mean, again, it's just proof to show how good of a character Arthas was, that nothing ever since has met the standards set by him, and they're so desperate for a character so good that they're pulling the Palpatine, I guess you can call it, and then just bringing him back. It's just like lazy, but I understand it. Alright, top 5. Hitting up the top 5, and we still got some, we still got a villain to go through, and my all-time favorite villain of anything ever, which, you know, again, a bit of a hint as to what the top 4 is, but the Joker. He's iconic in the Batman series, he's iconic everywhere, honestly. The Joker is just so... I don't even know how to describe it. There's just something about that chaotic energy that he brings to... Like, he's just terrifying. Like, properly terrifying when you know enough about him. Batman can go and prepare, like, can beat anyone if he prepares long enough. Like, that's sort of the meme, but it's also true. Like, if he has the right amount of preparation, he can go and beat anyone, just about, you know, aside from some bullshit like, I don't know, Goku or whatever, but he can even beat Superman, you know? And so, like, when Batman is truly afraid of someone because he can't predict what it is that they're gonna go and do, that's a scary motherfucker. When Superman doesn't want anything to do with the Joker because he's afraid of what the Joker's capable of doing, that's a scary motherfucker. Like, edgy teenage, you know, edgelords, like, jokes aside about, oh, do I look like a guy with a plan, and I'm the Joker, baby, you know, like, all that shit aside, he's just a truly terrifying villain. And honestly, I don't know, I don't want to say this might be a bit of a hot take, but I don't feel like Batman would be as big as he is if it wasn't for the Joker. Like, the Joker really just brought something out in Batman. Like, because, like, people say Batman is a Mary Sue, and I can understand why, because he always just comes out on top and just wins through whatever, you know, it almost seems infallible, especially with this no killing thing. But, like, the Joker, I feel like, is the counterbalance to that. He just, man, he just brings something out in Batman that, I don't know, just makes Batman more interesting because of how good the Joker is for me. But anyways, enough about the Joker. Number 4, Samus. So this one, okay, like, I play Samus in Melee. She's my main. She's cool. She's so cool. I love the bounty hunter backstory, although I don't understand how exactly it is that she's a bounty hunter. She's just sort of more of a space sheriff. Well, more of a space sheriff, because she just... They say that she's killing bandits and everything in the Metroid Prime games, but I mean, like, these things are basically just monsters. They're almost brainless, except for they're not really, because, like, they keep logs and stuff, and data entry and shit, but then, like, they don't speak, they just hiss at you or whatever, and all this and that, but whatever. Samus lore, or Metroid lore, I guess I should say, isn't as important to me, but Samus as a character is just a fucking badass. Like, just such a cool character design. The suit is awesome. The upgrades you can get are awesome. The beams, the missiles, and everything. And also, partly because of Samus and Melee, I want to say that getting this down was what inspired me, I guess, or pushed me towards going and getting more I don't know how to go in phrases, actually. I trying to do super wave dash and learning how to do that and everything, that I think that's what really pushed me to go and learn how to do things in video games, basically. You know, like a tech skill, I guess you can say. Like, because before then, I never really learned how to go and do anything. You know, it was all just button mash and it was just playing and all this and that, but Super Wave Dash was the first real bit of tech skill in any video game that I really sat down and tried to go and learn. So, I mean, like, that's always going to hold a special place in my heart. But, whatever. Samus, more in the top 5 because just of how cool she looks and how much I've played her in Melee and just how much I love her in general, I guess. I mean, a lot of my profile pictures in, like, Uplay and stuff were Samus for the longest time. Alright. Number 3. Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't know if this is a real shock to anyone. If you know me, that is. If you don't know me and you're watching this video, thanks. Yeah, he's my all-time favorite Jedi. He's, like, the perfect Jedi. And one of the greatest lightsaber duelists of all time. One of the most interesting Star Wars characters of all time, in my opinion. I mean, he's just so goddamn interesting. Oh god. Jedis are forbidden to love. He loved anyways, but like never acted on it because he's a good Jedi, and like he went through all this personal like torment and everything, but he never succumbed to the dark side, and like he's faced this tragedy, you know, and all this and that, and oh god, he's so cool, so cool. Learn how to become a Force Ghost, which is like the penultimate move you can do with the Force, unless you count the new movies where they can go and Force Skype and Force bring people back to life somehow by injecting their Force energy into someone. I would have said spoilers for that, but those movies suck anyway, so don't watch them. But yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi is just so cool. And just such an interesting character. Honestly, if you're even the least bit interested in Star Wars, read up on all that Obi-Wan Kenobi went through. Honestly. Just do it. Just do it. Alright. Number 2. Tracer. Overwatch. I don't really know what to say about this. I don't even know why she's this high. I just know that I love Tracer. I hate Overwatch, and I never want to play it ever again, which means I never even want to play Tracer ever again. I don't even know what's going on in Overwatch lore anymore. People exist. Soldier 76 is gay. Tracer is gay. Who else? Like, what else is going on in there? The Monkey. Bring back Overwatch. Ape Strong Together. I don't know. I don't know why I like her so much. Her design, the blinks are cool. Like, I mean, when I think I put like 1,000 hours. If I were to reinstall Overwatch and I would check my time, I probably have like between 1,000 and 1,200 hours in that game, and probably like 800 of that was me playing Tracer. She was just such a cool highlight character. You know, maybe that's what it was. Like, if you played her, you weren't trying to win, you were trying to make highlights. And I made some highlights. And if I had any of them still, because if I didn't go and delete them because they were taking up like 15 gigabytes of memory on my goddamn computer for a game that I don't play or even remotely interested in, I'd be playing them right now. But I don't. But like, she was just cool. She had some great emotes that were fun to spam. I remember one of my highlights, this was actually play of the game. I stuck a Mercy who flew into her entire team. I got a quadra kill because of it. And the highlight was, I stuck her, I recalled, and then I sat down. So I'm just there sitting on the ground, and then quadra kill, or whatever it is that goes off when in that shit. I mean, look, Trace is not up here because of lore-wise, and she probably shouldn't even be in the top 5, but there's just something so compelling about her as a character that I love so much, and I don't know a goddamn thing about her. She has a girlfriend named Emily, that's about it. She's British, about it. Alright, number 1. Oh, no, wait, I should do honorable mentions first. No, honorable mentions. Alright, honorable mentions. We'll start in descending order, okay? Number 5. Whoops. Kerrigan. Alright, Queen of Blades. Super fucking cool character. Really tragic backstory, which always makes for a compelling character. And if you haven't played StarCraft 2, spoiler alerts, blah, 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 blah. There's already been a bunch of spoiler alerts, so get over it. She turns into a Zelnaga, which is so fucking dope. But, like, she's just a cool character. She's fun to play in HOTS. Not the best, but fun. And I love her. Yeah. Fucking dope-ass character. What's next up on the list? So, this is not one character, but a whole band, so you could probably make a point. It's like, oh, this is supposed to be your favorite character, but I mean, you know, the band is fictional, but turned into reality, whatever. I don't care. Get over it. I love the music. The show was hilarious. Every single member of the band was hilarious, and then the music is just, the music is just fucking, they're bangers. Unless, you know, of course, you don't like metal music, in which case you're gonna sit there and like, oh, I can't understand what he's saying. He's just screaming in my ear, which is totally fine. I get it. I'm just gonna make fun of you for it. Not really. I get it. But whatever. I mean, like, they made good music. Alright. The show was funny. I'm a simple man. Seeing a French cook get torn up to shreds by a helicopter, it's gonna make me laugh. Maybe it shouldn't, but it's gonna. Alright, number 3. Dr. Doom! Again, just a really interesting villain. Not much else to it but that. He's easily the most interesting Marvel villain for me, personally. Like, he wants to take over the world to go and turn it into a utopia. It's not some dumb shit of like, I'm gonna destroy half the fucking universe because we don't have enough resources. Like, what? Why don't you just go and make more resources if you can delete half the world? Why can't you just make some more? You know, like, it's just flawed logic. Whereas Dr. Doom is just sort of like, hey, these people are bad, but if they lived under my rule, they won't be bad. So I'm gonna be bad. It's like that one meme. Just be like, you are bad guy, but you are not bad guy. Shout out to Zangief. Strelacvucia. Alright. Number 2 on the list. Demo Man from Team Fortress 2. Honestly, it could have been just about any character from Team Fortress 2, because they don't really have a whole lot of lore individually. At least not that I know of. I know that they have individual lore and everything because of the comics, but I've never read the comics. My understanding of the lore, or my knowledge of the lore, only extends so far as the Meet the series and whatever it is my friends have told me. But I mean, TF2 lore honestly is pretty interesting. And also, Overwatch, take note, if you're gonna go and, you know, release lore for your class-based shooter, just do it how TF2 did. Just come up with something and stick to it. Don't scrap it halfway through so that no one understands what's going on anymore. Yeah, fuck you! But anyways. Demo Man got chosen simply because he's the one I played the most. Team Fortress 2 is a game that I played a lot of. And I mean a lot. I think it's still my most played game of all time. Like, I think I dropped like 5,000 hours in that game. And a lot of it was on Demo Man. Alright? Like, oh my god, I was so good at Demo Man. And he was just fun to play. I also could have put Spy on there. I could have put Medic on there because of every single Meet the Whomever series. Meet the Medic is my favorite one. I mean, that's how I lost my medical license. And number 1 on the honorable mentions, Alex Louis Armstrong. Holy shit. Of all the Full Metal Alchemist characters, I mean, look. It was never going to be Alphonse. It was never going to be Edward. It could have been Mustang. It honestly could have been Greed, who was also just a really compelling character with that whole redemption arc. Like, really cool character too. But I mean, who doesn't love a giant muscled up baby? Essentially, like, he's just there stoic. Alex Louis Armstrong of the Armstrong family. And then his sister comes into play, who just kicks his dick in. Like, he's a fun character, but serious when he needs to be, and just, oh god, he wasn't the best alchemist, he wasn't the strongest, but he was always there. And I guess you could say that's a bit of a theme with me, because like Luigi's on this list and everything, but I mean, he was for me, he was the most interesting character in that show, mainly because of how ridiculous he was, and that made you stand out. Alright, and number one, honestly, I don't think there's going to be any surprise on this one. I think there's been surprises on this list, but this one definitely isn't it. Link. Look, I know I said Dragunov, you know, I don't, like, he never even says anything, and Link never actually says anything. And, I mean, if I'm going to go and even narrow it down between the links, then that would be an entirely different video. Hint, hint. But yeah, like, I love Legend of Zelda. I love the Legend of Zelda universe. If you don't know this about me, I have 2 Legend of Zelda related tattoos, and I've always said that if any tattoos I'm gonna get, I've been saying this since I was like 12, if I'm ever gonna get any tattoos, I'm gonna get Legend of Zelda related tattoos, and that still holds true today. Like, if I ever get my 3rd tattoo that I want, it's gonna be Legend of Zelda related. Yeah. Link is a cool character. I've always found him to be the coolest Nintendo character to me. I don't know, maybe I'm unoriginal. Maybe I'm, you know, I just saw a sword and a shield and said, I like that, that guy's cool, okay. You know, maybe that's the case. But I don't care. I've always found the lore behind the Triforce interesting. I've found the lore as weird and out of order as it is, to all the Legend of Zelda games interesting. Side note, if you are going to learn about Legend of Zelda lore, just know it's a lot and it's very confusing timeline wise, but if you just take it as individual, you know, games as their own individual things and don't try to connect all of them, then you'll be okay. Because, I mean, the first chronologically lore-wise is Skyward Sword, and then the last is Twilight Princess, and it's all just very weird. All right, just don't worry about that. But like learning about the other shit, okay. And anyways, what's not to love about a hero who is, I don't know. In some games he's like, oh god, I don't even know what to say. It's just Link. He's just cool. Leave me alone. I'm done. It's the end of the video. Get over it. Fuck off. Alright, but anyways, thanks for watching. Something, follow my Twitch, twitch.tv/VicariousTim. Like, comment, follow, subscribe, other YouTube promotional plugs. Thanks again to MouthPuncher for buying this video, essentially. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.